Hey, help me.
Help us!
Dad?
Turn around.
Mum? What is going on? Who is it?
Hey,
Who's me?
your son.
Aren't you at your friend's sleepover?
Hungry.
From eerie voices in your own house, loved ones' voices luring you outside, to encounters that sent people running in fear, these are the most terrifying mimic encounters caught on camera. Tiffany, the creator behind the YouTube channel Tiff's Ghost Talk, was recording a video on her phone when she suddenly heard someone speaking. Just like in Melody's case, the voice seemed to come out of nowhere. But what made it even creepier was the fact that she was completely alone at home. At that moment, she knew something wasn't right.
Did you hear that? Lord, it's blowing through my chest.
What makes this story even more terrifying is that this wasn't the first time it had happened to Tiffany. Earlier that same day, she had posted a TikTok sharing a strange experience with her followers. At the time, she brushed it off, convincing herself it was just her imagination. But now, with this second encounter, it was becoming harder to ignore. Here's what she said.
I am cleaning. Ignore this, my Band-Aid wouldn't stay on, so I taped it. But in the middle of cleaning, I hear like a door shut, and I'm whispering because I'm kind of weirded out. Louie's in the living room by himself, but I hear this door slam, and then I swear I thought I heard like me say like hello or hey or something. So I'm trying to wait and see if it does it again because I'm a nervous laugher, so.
Many people online believe this was just a simple prank, maybe a friend messing with Tiffany, but others are convinced this could be the work of mimic spirits. So, what do you think? Just a harmless joke or something far more sinister? Speaking of mimic spirits, one woman had an experience that no mother ever wants to go through. She heard knocking on her bedroom door and a voice that sounded exactly like her son calling for her. But here's the creepy part. Her son was right next to her the whole time.
Who is it?
Hey,
Who's me?
your son.
Aren't you at your friend's sleepover?
Hungry.
If there's one thing you should know about mimic spirits, it's that you should never respond to them. Answering them means acknowledging their presence, and that only makes them stronger. Unfortunately, it seems this woman didn't realize that at the time, and the moment she reacted, the spirit became much more aggressive. Door.
Who are you?
Your son.
What do you want?
Food.
There's food in the microwave.
Eat it.
Go to bed.
No.
Go to bed.
No.
Luckily, the bedroom door was locked. Otherwise, who knows what could have happened if the spirit had managed to get inside. If this isn't proof that mimic ghosts are real, then I don't know what is. Have you ever experienced something like this? TikTok user Andy Winehouse was just about to go to bed when he suddenly heard his own voice calling him from the dining room. At first, he froze, trying to make sense of what was happening. But what he didn't realize was that the chills running down his spine were just the beginning. This night was about to feel much longer than he ever expected.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Hey, come here. Come here. Where I talk to you. Come here.
When Andy walked up to the dining room door, he hoped he'd hear the voice more clearly, but instead, he heard something else, something even more terrifying than the voice that called him. And as you are about to see, when Andy finally built up the courage to open the door, ready to see whatever was there, things became even more mysterious.
Okay, I don't know what you're doing. You can literally hear that. You can literally hear that. No. What the fuck? Oh my god. What the fuck? No. Okay, for anybody asking, this is my family home. I grew up here, and we've never had a single experience like this. I don't know what is going on. I'm getting a lot of comments saying I'm doing it for views, and I'm doing it for likes, and I promise you I am not. Don't like the video, don't comment if you don't want to. I just need somebody who knows what this is. Please reach out. I don't care if it's in a comment or privately, just please reach out. And please just help me.
Some of you might think it was just his dog or cat scratching at the door. But if that were true, why was there nothing there when Andy opened it? It's pretty clear that this was another mimic spirit, one that probably got angry because Andy didn't fall for it. This girl was home alone, filming for her TikTok channel. She was happy to have some free time to focus on her hobbies. Sitting in her room, she felt relaxed, even though the rest of the house was dark. Sounds harmless, right? Well, not exactly. Things were about to take a very creepy turn.
I swear there's someone outside my room. Wait.
This brave girl built up the courage to search the whole house, but she found nothing. It was as if whatever had been calling her had just disappeared, or maybe she just couldn't see it. Either way, she made the smartest choice she could. She locked herself in her room. Even better, she ignored the voice and didn't respond. And as you might have guessed, she's not the last person to be haunted by a mimic spirit. The only thing scarier than a mimic spirit trying to trick an adult is when it goes after a child. Poor Kaylee had no idea what was really happening when a ghost called out to her, using her mother's voice. It was almost like it knew that was the one thing she would listen to, and sadly, it was right.
Kaylee.
I'm home alone
Kaylee.
and I can hear myself saying my own name.
Help me, Kaylee.
What the f***?
Kaylee.
Kaylee!
Hello? Hello?
Kaylee.
Mom? What the hell is going on? Hello?
Kaylee. Kaylee.
Hello?
Kaylee. Kaylee, help me.
Help us!
Dad?
Turn around.
Mum? What is going on?
Kaylee wanted to know who was calling her if it wasn't her mom or dad. She hurried through the house, looking for answers, but no one was there. With every passing second, things felt more and more wrong. That's when she realized the truth. She had been tricked, and she never should have left her room.
Hello? Hello? Ow! What the hell? You just see me put that there. What the hell is going on?
Help us! Kaylee, help me!
You can believe whatever you want and say it's just a joke, but I don't think so. The yellow ball was left on the table, and when she turned around, no one was there. For me, that's more than enough proof that this was the work of something unnatural. If this wasn't the doing of an evil mimic spirit, then what was? After a long day at work, this woman finally sat down to relax, turning on the TV while her husband slept beside her. She thought she was in for a quiet night, but nothing could have prepared her for what she was about to realize. They might not have been the only ones in the house that night.
Hey. Hey. Come here. Yeah. Yeah. Hey.
Some people say that if you answer a mimic ghost, it can attach itself to you and follow you wherever you go. So, it's a good thing this woman didn't respond, but still, she seemed a little too calm for someone hearing a voice in the dark, especially when that voice sounded exactly like her husband's. Don't you think? This video was posted by a boy named Gabe on his TikTok account. While he was at home, someone knocked on his door and said it was his mom. That alone was creepy enough, but if you think that's scary, just wait until you hear the voice when the door slowly starts to open.
Gabe? Gabe? It's your mom. You should come out. You've been there for so long. Gabe? Come out.
Did it seem to you that the friendly voice pretending to be his mom suddenly turned into a creepy hiss? It definitely didn't sound right. I just hope Gabe locked the door after that. What would you do if you heard your own voice calling you from another room? Or if a loved one's voice called for help, but they were right next to you the whole time? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to know how you'd react. And remember, no matter what you hear, never answer. For most of us have played the famous horror game Five Nights at Freddy's, and oh boy, those animatronics gave us nightmares. But what if I told you something like that exists in real life?
Okay, open the curtains. Okay, this is Rolf the Wolf.
That was seriously unsettling. The video you just watched was recorded by someone who visited an old, abandoned animatronics apartment. And let's just say they had a deeply creepy experience. As soon as the person enters, you can feel the tension. The place is completely dark. No electricity, no life. Just the ominous glow of a flashlight guiding the way. And then, the creepy factor shoots through the roof when the camera pans around to reveal old, eerie animatronics scattered across the floor, their lifeless eyes staring back. But if you thought that was creepy, things get even worse. Out of nowhere, one of the animatronics starts playing on its own. Its deformed face twists as it begins to speak, reciting some strange robotic tips. The sheer sound of its voice sends chills down your spine, and the way it jerks and moves with that awful mechanical creaking is enough to make anyone's skin crawl. And then, as if things couldn't get more bizarre, another animatronic. This one, an ape, starts singing Old MacDonald in a way that you've never heard before. It's slow, distorted, and downright terrifying. This video brings back all those spine-tingling memories of Five Nights at Freddy's, and now I understand why that game freaked us out so much. But seriously, who's creating these things? And why would anyone leave them behind, still functioning in such a creepy place? Whether you're cruising down a highway or navigating a quiet forest trail, one thing is for sure: always be aware of your surroundings. Danger can appear out of nowhere, just like in this heart-pounding close call with a cyclist. That was way too close. This video, uploaded on Reddit, shows just how quickly things can go wrong when you're out on a forest trail. In the footage, we see the cyclist calmly pedaling along, enjoying the peaceful ride, when suddenly, movement in the bushes catches his eye. In a split second, a massive wolf bursts out of the underbrush, charging straight at him. With lightning-fast reflexes, the cyclist kicks into high gear, pedaling for dear life as the wolf closes in. You can practically feel the adrenaline as he speeds down the trail, trying to outpace the predator. Luckily, he manages to pull away, leaving the wolf behind in the dust. The video cuts off there, but it leaves a lasting impression. A reminder that being alert can make all the difference. This cyclist's sharp instincts might just saved his life. I can't even imagine what would have happened if that wolf had gotten its paws on him. Among all the cryptids woven into our folklore, there's one that really gets under my skin: the infamous chupacabra. It's the reason I double-check my pets every night before bed. But it's just a legend, right? Or is it? The photos you just saw come from an Instagram account, and they might be the chilling proof that cryptids like the chupacabra actually exist. In these unsettling images, we see the remains of a bizarre creature with ferocious, predator-like teeth and a monstrous-looking head. Its fangs are alarmingly long, and a line of sharp spikes runs down its back like a jagged saw. The lower body resembles that of a dog, but with elongated arms and hind legs that are anything but normal. This supposed chupacabra is downright terrifying. And those fangs, they're enough to fuel your nightmares for weeks. Part of me hopes this is just an elaborate art project, because the alternative, that this creature is real and out there, is too unsettling to consider. I definitely don't want this thing roaming around our world with us. Nature, as beautiful as it is, sometimes throws us a curveball that leaves us questioning reality. This next video feels like something plucked straight out of a sci-fi horror movie. This video was uploaded on YouTube, and ever since, it's been unsettling viewers with the bizarre creature it features. In the footage, we see a strange, almost human-faced creature lying on the ground. Its face is disturbingly human-like, with large, haunting eyes, a nose, and lips, all set on a bald, human-shaped head. But that's where the similarities end. The rest of its body, it's bizarrely armadillo-like. It looks like a twisted hybrid, a strange fusion of human and armadillo. Its bare skin is unsettlingly smooth, and across its back we can see those unmistakable armadillo-like scales. At first, I thought this was just some sort of creepy model or prop, but then it moves. It starts to shiver in the video, and that's when it hits you. This thing is alive. The very thought that nature could produce something like this sends shivers down your spine. Nature, we love you, but please stop creating things that look like they belong in our nightmares. For some, caves are cool spots for exploration, offering a sense of adventure. But for others, they hold relics of the past, hidden mysteries waiting to be uncovered. In this next video, a group of explorers stumbles upon something truly bizarre, a cyclops and a headless man, both hidden deep within a cave.
Jak niedźwiści! Ty! A tam w nocy tu wchodzi!
No właśnie to chciałem powiedzieć, wyobraź sobie, że w nocy tutaj jesteś. Bym się zesrał. Ja pierniczę.
This TikTok video showcases an eerie discovery. As the explorers venture deeper into the cave, the camera pans to reveal a massive face etched into the cave wall. It has human-like features, a nose, lips. But the most unsettling part, it has just one eye, right in the middle of its forehead, just like the Cyclops giants from ancient myths, said to have once roamed the earth. The sight alone is enough to give you chills, but the strange discoveries don't stop there. As the camera moves further, it captures a statue of a headless man, separate from the wall but standing eerily still, as if someone had been turned to stone on the spot, missing their head entirely. It's an unnerving sight, leaving us to wonder who or what created these figures. Were they carved by ancient hands, or could these be remnants of something far more mysterious? Either way, this discovery leaves us pondering whether creatures like Cyclops and headless men might have existed in the distant past. Our oceans, vast and deep, hold countless secrets that we have yet to uncover. Strange, never-before-seen creatures are said to lurk in its depths, and a few of these mysterious beings were supposedly captured in this video. That was both massive and terrifying, right? The creatures you just saw were reportedly caught by fishermen during one of their deep-sea runs. In the first clip, we see a gigantic, millipede-like creature writhing on the deck of the ship, handled cautiously by the crew. Its body is lined with hundreds of tentacle-like appendages, all slimy and wriggling, giving it an almost alien appearance. It's the kind of thing you'd expect to see in a nightmare. The second video showcases something just as creepy. An impossibly long, ancient-looking fish with a serpentine body stretching across the ship's deck. Both creatures are massive in size, making them look like something pulled straight from the darkest depths of the sea. But here's where it gets tricky. While these videos are spine-chilling, I can't help but think they might not be real. To me, this seems like the work of some seriously good computer-generated imagery. Even if these creatures aren't real, just the thought of such monstrous beings lurking beneath the waves is enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. In our history, legends tell of human giants walking the earth, but what if I told you there were also monstrous giants among them? This video might just provide the proof. This spine-chilling video comes from TikTok and reveals what appears to be the remains of a giant humanoid monster. In the footage, we see a massive humanoid skeleton sprawled on the ground, eerily surrounded by the remnants of an enormous serpent. It looks as if the serpent coiled around the giant, leading to its demise. A dramatic scene frozen in time. A close-up shot of the giant's skeletal face reveals a colossal lower jaw, adorned with two terrifying fangs that could rival any horror movie monster. The video even compares this gigantic skeleton to an average human. And let me tell you, the difference is staggering. You can clearly see why I'm calling this being a giant. But here's where it gets concerning. Whoever dug this up might want to consider putting it back where it was found. I mean, do we really want to risk awakening some ancient curse? The last thing we need is giants roaming the earth again? We've seen unknown flying objects of all shapes and sizes, but what this next video captured is unlike anything else. And it feels all too real. Did you see that? This video has got the internet buzzing with countless debates sparking up over whether it's real or just an elaborate hoax. In the footage, we can spot a peculiar triangular unknown flying object cleverly hidden within a cloud. Its shape is unmistakably triangular, featuring 4 bright lights glowing beneath it. One at each corner and a larger one right in the center. What's truly eerie is how this unknown flying object seems to glide seamlessly with the cloud, almost as if it's attempting to camouflage itself among the fluffy white. If there ever was an alien craft trying to blend in, this one certainly gives it a shot, but it's not doing the best job at hiding. What do you think? Is this the real deal, or just another optical illusion? India, a land rich in culture and religion. But did you know it's also home to fireproof people? What am I talking about? Watch for yourself. The video you just saw showcases an Indian religious ritual known as Agni Kavadi, and it's absolutely shocking. In this clip, we see a massive bonfire with onlookers gathered around, excitement crackling in the air. As the crowd cheers, a person clad in traditional attire dashes toward the flames, and to everyone's astonishment, he climbs up the burning logs and walks straight through the fire. Then, one by one, others follow suit, seemingly unaffected by the scorching heat. It's hard to believe these individuals are literally passing through fire without so much as a burn. Are they fireproof superheroes? I highly doubt it. There's definitely some trickery at play here. Whatever the explanation, remember, please don't try this at home. Walking through town late at night might feel relaxing, but have you ever dared to walk through a forest trail at night? This video will show you exactly why that's a terrible idea. This spine-chilling clip was uploaded by a Reddit user from Switzerland who decided, for reasons only they know, to take a nighttime stroll through a forest. The sound is so raw, so childlike, it feels like it claws right into your soul. Now, if you're thinking, it's probably just foxes. Here's the thing. According to the uploader, there haven't been any foxes in this forest for years. At least not spotted anymore. So, if it's not foxes, what on earth could be making those terrifying screams? And why do they feel so human? Like some children screaming. This video captures a creature hiding in the dark. This video was uploaded on TikTok by a user who claims to have captured something truly creepy while digging in a cave. You can barely make out the outline of its body, and what we do see looks unsettling, to say the least. At first glance, it almost resembles a dog with the shape of its head and body. But something about it just feels off. It's definitely not giving off your typical dog vibes. Whatever this thing is, I'm 100% sure I'm staying far away from it, as these guys should do as well. Stray animals in the neighborhood can be a nuisance, but imagine having a vulture infestation. That's not just annoying, it's downright eerie and terrifying. This video was uploaded on Reddit, capturing one of the weirdest and creepiest phenomena you'll ever see. Hundreds of vultures, perched on rooftops across an entire neighborhood. In the footage, recorded by a passing driver, You can see these vultures just casually resting on the houses, as if they own the place. And it's not just one house, they're on every single roof in sight. Now, we all know vultures only show up when there's something dead nearby, which makes you wonder, what exactly did they find in that neighborhood? Whatever it is, it can't be good. And if that wasn't creepy enough, all the houses in this video look the same. Same paint, same design, like something straight out of a horror movie. It's almost like the perfect setup for something far more sinister. Honestly, seeing this many vultures in one place is enough to make anyone uneasy. As much as influencing might seem easy, the reality of having a social media presence can often lead to unsettling situations, just like what happened to the lady in this video.
Get out! Get out!
What on earth was he doing? This unsettling video comes from a TikTok influencer who was in the middle of a dance challenge when something bizarre occurs. While she's dancing and recording herself, she suddenly hears a noise coming from the window. Glancing over, she catches a glimpse of a shadow behind the curtains, and her heart drops. There's someone on the other side. In an instant, she goes into full-on panic mode and confronts the intruder. He responds in Spanish, casually asking if they're friends. Can you imagine? In her anxious state, she awkwardly replies that they are not. She bravely walks toward her door, demanding he leave. But when she pans the camera back, we get a chilling reveal. The man is now inside her apartment, through the balcony door. After some tense moments of confrontation, he eventually leaves, but the video ends there, leaving us all on edge. What was this man doing? It's a terrifying encounter, and I seriously hope this guy faced some serious consequences for his creepy behavior. This kind of thing isn't just scary, it's a crime. Our minds are naturally wired to find familiar shapes in random objects, like seeing animals or faces in clouds. But this next video takes that concept to a whole new level.
A face.
This captivating video, which was uploaded to YouTube in 2011, captures a massive storm cloud that seems to take on an eerie humanoid face. As the camera pans across the darkening sky, the cameraman is simply recording what appears to be a typical storm cloud. But then, when he turns back, something bizarre unfolds before our eyes. The cloud starts to morph into what looks strikingly like a human face. First, it forms a prominent nose, then gradually reveals a forehead, eyes, and a mouth. It's undeniably distinct, and many viewers have commented that it feels like a sign from above. But if that's the case, what message could God be trying to send us? Is it a warning, a comfort, or something else entirely? The possibilities are both intriguing and unsettling. A construction worker arriving for his shift heard some unsettling noises coming from inside a house. Thinking it might be a squatter, he pulled out his camera, but what he encountered next felt like it was ripped straight from a horror movie.
Hello?
That was genuinely terrifying. This video, uploaded on YouTube, reveals what the uploader initially thought was just a squatter, but it quickly escalated into something much worse. In the footage, we see the construction worker, the cameraman, cautiously roaming around the house, calling out to see if anyone is inside. He asks multiple times, but there's only silence until suddenly a door swings open on its own. Caught off guard, he rushes toward the door, only to find no one there. Just as he starts to comprehend what's happening, the basement door slams shut by itself. Feeling the adrenaline pumping, he bolts to the basement and opens the door. But it's empty too. Then, out of nowhere, the lights begin flickering ominously. And just when you think things can't get any creepier, something hits him. The impact knocks the camera to the ground, where it pans up to the ceiling, but it doesn't end there. Something knocks the camera again, and it stays on the floor until the worker eventually returns to pick it up. This scene is so eerie. It's like a horror movie trailer come to life. Honestly, man, just leave that house and find somewhere else to work. This is not worth it. We've all heard tales of the infamous Loch Ness Monster, but apart from a few old photos floating around the internet, concrete evidence has been elusive until now. This next video might just give us the video proof we've all been waiting for. This footage comes from a beachgoer who captured the chaos that erupted when a monstrous visitor made its presence known in the water. In the video, we see something massive and elongated gliding through the waves, resembling a colossal sea serpent. It moves with a slow grace, inching closer to the swimmers, sending everyone into a state of panic. You can almost feel the tension in the air as people scramble to get out of the water, eyes wide with disbelief. Those who have seen this video are claiming it could very well be the infamous Loch Ness Monster. Looking at the size and shape of this creature, it's hard to dismiss the possibility. What do you think? Could this be the elusive legend come to life? If you spend any time on TikTok, you've probably heard of Randonautica, the app that leads adventurous souls to mysterious locations. Well, this next video showcases just how bizarre things can get when you dabble in the unknown.
Lock the fucking doors. Oh my god, Tyler! Tyler!
Captured by a group of teenage girls on their latest Randonautica adventure, this footage takes a turn into the weird. The girls are filming from their car when they spot a woman standing on the sidewalk, her gaze fixed directly on them, radiating an unsettling intensity. With an angry expression and a shopping cart beside her, she murmurs something to the group that sends shivers down your spine. Her demeanor is downright creepy. Those eyes appear almost completely black, adding a sinister vibe to the encounter. The way she speaks feels unnatural, amplifying the bizarre atmosphere. Honestly, if you ask me, this lady looks like she's on some kind of drugs. And if she isn't, well, I'm officially giving up shopping for good. Being in the wrong place at the wrong time can lead to some strange situations, but finding yourself in a spot where you clearly don't belong is a whole other level of weird, just like this rabbit. This video was taken by a beachgoer who was casually filming the gentle waves when something peculiar caught his eye. As the camera pans over the surf, a small figure emerges from the water. Curious, the cameraman approaches, and to his astonishment, it's a rabbit. Yes, you heard that right. A rabbit. This little guy hops out of the ocean, like it's the most normal thing in the world before darting towards the fields, leaving viewers with a sense of bewilderment. What on earth was this rabbit doing in the ocean? Sure, we know swamp bunnies can swim, but an ocean escapade, that's a whole different story. A bike rider set out on a thrilling night adventure, capturing the experience on his GoPro as he cruised through the eerie Rongtong forest. But when he reviewed the footage, he was left utterly shocked by what he found. Creepy, right? In the footage, we see the rider gliding along a desolate night road, the bike's headlights slicing through the darkness as they illuminate the path ahead. All seems calm and peaceful, until the end of the clip. As the biker takes a slight turn, the camera unexpectedly reveals a ghostly white humanoid figure standing motionless in the middle of the road. This spectral presence is unnerving from every angle, and what's even more chilling is that the biker, completely unaware, rides right past it. Moments like this are precisely why I steer clear of night rides, folks. Who knows what might be lurking in the shadows? When you think you've seen it all, nature has a way of surprising us with something even stranger than before. One such jaw-dropping moment was captured by a wildlife explorer in a dense forest. In this video, we see a wildlife explorer navigating through a thick wooded area, and what he captures is truly astonishing. He managed to film what looks like a massive spider, known as an edderkop, in the midst of its hunting process. This colossal arachnid has a large mouse firmly ensnared in its grasp, searching for a place to feast on its prey. What's truly astonishing is how this giant spider is perfectly camouflaged against the forest floor. Its furious demeanor is chilling, making it clear that this isn't a creature you'd want to encounter up close. Honestly, even if there were a mice apocalypse, I wouldn't want something that intimidating lurking around my property. Nature never fails to amaze us with its bizarre and often terrifying wonders. Volcanoes are among nature's scariest spectacles, unleashing destruction and chaos in their wake. But have you ever heard about a less destructive sibling of the volcano?
Guys, I think so. Go back.
I stumbled upon this next video while scrolling through YouTube, and it instantly caught my attention. In the footage, we witness the earth erupting with a mixture that looks like a bizarre fluid combined with a lot of soil. The liquid bursts forth like a traditional volcano, spreading rapidly across the ground. Recorded from within a car, the cameraman urgently instructs everyone to back away as the spectacle unfolds. So, what exactly is happening here? This is a mud volcano. They form when mud and gas build up under high pressure hundreds of meters below the surface, creating fractures in the rock that allow this gooey mixture to emerge. While they may not carry the same destructive power as their fiery counterparts, the tension in the cameraman's voice certainly suggests that this situation feels pretty precarious. When it comes to defensive capabilities, every species has its own unique techniques. But one of the most fascinating and visually striking methods has to be the eye of the storm maneuver exhibited by reindeer. Just watch for yourself. Isn't that mesmerizing? The video you just saw was uploaded on Reddit and showcases a remarkable defensive mechanism in action. In the footage, we see a herd of reindeer swirling around in a circular formation, almost as if they're part of some strange ritual. The hypnotic effect created by their synchronized movement is truly captivating. But what exactly is happening here? This phenomenon is known as reindeer cyclones, where a herd of anxious reindeer forms a swirling mass. This behavior serves as a defense against predators, making it more challenging for them to target any individual reindeer and providing a protective barrier for the young ones in the eye of the storm. It's a stunning example of how nature equips its creatures with incredible survival strategies. Animals. Some believe their minds are teeming with thoughts and emotions, while others think they're simply empty inside. This video might just challenge those assumptions and show you that you never really know what's happening in their heads. This TikTok video is both bizarre and hilarious at the same time. In the clip, we see a cameraman casually following what appears to be an anteater minding its own business. As the cameraman passes by, the anteater notices him and does one of the most peculiar things I've ever seen an animal do. It stands up on its hind legs and strikes a pose, arms wide open like it's channeling some retro 80s traffic warden. While this behavior might seem unusual, especially in low light or at nighttime, it's actually a natural defensive posture for these creatures. This poor dude was just chilling when he caught sight of the cameraman and decided to hit him with an unexpected pose. It's moments like these that remind us that animals can be full of surprises. Growing up, we've all been enchanted by the idea of mermaids as beautiful creatures with a half-human, half-fish appearance. However, this 100-year-old original mermaid skeleton might just make you rethink everything you thought you knew.
This is an original mermaid here. It's not a duplicate. It's an original mermaid.
That's insane. This video was recorded by a tourist visiting a museum when they stumbled upon a rather strange skeleton. In the footage, the camera pans toward what appears to be a child mermaid skeleton encased in glass, on display. From head to tail, this thing is downright terrifying. It has ferocious predator-like claws, and its skull is nothing like the graceful visage we imagine when we think of mermaids. The ribcage and tail are equally eerie, giving off a vibe that's far from enchanting. The cameraman then reads the details of this creature and discovers it's a 100-year-old real mermaid skeleton. While I can't verify the age, one thing's for sure. My dream of encountering a mermaid in real life has officially been dashed. What you just saw was originally posted on TikTok, and it's been freaking people out ever since. In the clip, you see this disturbing humanoid creature slowly crawling toward the camera, and trust me, it's the stuff of nightmares. The creature has hair covering most of its body, except for its completely bald head, making it even more unsettling. But what really gets me are its eyes. Those eyes aren't just looking at you. They feel like they're piercing straight into your soul. The face gives off this sinister, almost evil vibe, like it knows something we don't. Some people are speculating that it might be a Bigfoot. But my God, if they look like this, no wonder they've been hiding from cameras for so long. Whatever this thing is, it's enough to make anyone want to double-check their windows at night. When it comes to cryptids, the list is endless. Fairies, baby dragons, Bigfoot, you name it. But there's one creature that always stands out. One that feels disturbingly close to reality. Werewolves. And what makes it even creepier is that there's evidence suggesting they may have once roamed among us, just like this preserved body, for example. Isn't this terrifying? The image you're looking at comes from the internet and appears to show what looks like the preserved body of a werewolf. In these three photos, we see a truly fearsome, predator-like creature with a savage wolf's head. It has long, pointy ears, an elongated snout filled with sharp, thick teeth, and enormous eye sockets that give it an even more menacing look. At first, it resembles a wolf, until you notice the body. This thing has a human-like torso, complete with 2 arms, a ribcage like ours, and it's standing upright, just like a person. Honestly, it looks like something straight out of a science fiction werewolf warrior scene. Wolves on their own are already intimidating, but picture one with human legs and even more ferocious teeth. That's nightmare fuel. It's often said that witchcraft is very real, and that people still practice it in hidden corners of the world. This next video captures what might just be a glimpse into that dark, mystical realm, capturing a supposed witch caught in the middle of something truly bizarre. This footage was taken by a local villager during a late-night round, and he was completely unsettled by what he witnessed. In the video, you can see an old woman, hunched over in an almost unnatural posture, doing something strange on the ground. She looks human enough, but there's this unmistakable, sinister vibe surrounding her. It's hard to shake the feeling that something dark is at play. She's holding a white piece of paper, and she's licking it. Her other hand is caked in mud, as if she's been digging or performing some kind of ritual. It honestly feels like we've just stumbled upon her in the middle of some witchcraft ceremony. Now sure, if we take a skeptical look, maybe she's dealing with some mental health issues, or perhaps she's under the influence of something. But the way she moves, the way she seems to know what she's doing, it's hard not to believe she's deep into some dark magic or voodoo ritual. We've all seen our fair share of Bigfoot videos floating around the internet, but most of them are, well, less than convincing. Some are blurry, some are filmed from miles away, and others are just way too low quality to make out anything clearly. But this video from Beaver Dams on November 18, 2016, this one captures the creature as clearly as it gets. Okay, that was weird, wasn't it? This footage was caught by a security camera installed in the Beaver Dams area. As it was rolling on that chilly November night, it picked up something truly bizarre. A young Bigfoot trying to take a selfie. In the clip, you can see a hairy, ape-like creature step into frame, staring straight into the lens with a curious expression, as if it's trying to figure out how this whole camera thing works. The creature stands there, clearly confused, with its head and body completely covered in fur, and you can even hear a low growl in the background as the footage slows down. This video has sparked endless debate online. Some say it's a rare, crystal clear capture of a young Bigfoot, while others are convinced it's just a person in a costume. Honestly, whatever it is, I can't help but think it looks more adorable than scary. Definitely not something you'd immediately want to run away from. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. A homeowner returned after a while away, only to find things at home feeling a bit off. Naturally, he checked his security camera footage, and what he discovered was nothing short of bizarre. This chilling video from the home security camera shows a view of the front yard as the owner was away. As the footage rolls, something strange wanders into frame, moving behind the counter where the camera is mounted. At first glance, it looks like some kind of tail, a stray animal perhaps, a pet wandering around. But here's where it gets weird. There are no pets. The homeowner doesn't own any animals, and every door and window in the house was securely closed. The door visible in the frame looks like it could have been open, but it's actually clear glass, and yes, it was also shut tight. There's no way for any creature to have gotten inside. After the homeowner did a thorough search of the house, he found absolutely nothing. This bizarre, unknown visitor has left everyone scratching their heads and has become a sensation on the internet ever since. What could it have been? The mystery lingers on, fueling countless theories and discussions. As vast as our land is, the ocean harbors secrets beyond imagination, mysteries lurking in its depths, waiting to be uncovered. One such strange creature was recently captured by a group of fishermen in Thailand, and it looks utterly bizarre. What you just witnessed was filmed by a fishing boat during a routine outing. In the footage, a slimy, amorphous mass wriggles on the deck, and it's unlike anything you've ever seen. This peculiar blob seems to be made up of individual bodies fused together, forming a grotesque clump. And if that wasn't unsettling enough, you can spot black dots scattered across its surface, which look eerily like the eyes of these creatures peering out from within. If this thing were just lying still, it might not seem so alarming. But the fact that it's moving, what could it be? Is it a creature from another world, or something that resides in the mysterious depths of our mighty ocean? The possibilities are as vast as the sea itself, and the sheer strangeness of it all leaves us both fascinated and unnerved. There are moments when our minds simply can't grasp the danger lurking around us until it's far too late to back off. This lady's experience truly highlights that precarious balance. This next video comes from a group of friends enjoying a trip to the river when one of them had an incredibly close encounter. In the footage, you can see a woman floating on an inflatable float, blissfully riding the gentle current. But her calm quickly turns to panic. She frantically tries to paddle away from the approaching reptile, but her efforts seem futile. What could have been a dangerous situation is surprisingly lighthearted, as she and her friends are laughing and joking about it, seemingly unfazed by the peril just inches away. Thankfully, nothing terrible happens, and the woman escapes without a scratch. But let's be real for a second. This little creature, as innocent as it may look, has the potential to take a chunk out of you in the blink of an eye. Not something you want to take light. When it comes to nature's most extraordinary creatures, the octopus tops the list. This fascinating being has brains literally in every single one of its tentacles. And let's not even get started on its incredible ability to squeeze through the tiniest of openings, just like in the video you're about to see.
He is not. He is just working his way through. I'm dead serious.
Oh, look at it. Look at it. It's popping. Oh, look at that. He's popping through.
Yeah.
That's nasty. It's like...
Isn't that awesome? This footage comes from a fishing boat where the crew had caught an octopus in their net. As the octopus made its escape, they decided to record the action. In the video, you can see, to everyone's amazement, this incredible creature begins to squeeze its way through. It starts by pulling its legs in, then its entire massive body. Yes, even that large head follows suit. The crew aboard is utterly fascinated, watching in awe as the octopus performs this remarkable feat. But how do they manage such a thing? The secret lies in their unique biology. Octopuses don't have bones. This absence of bones allows them to contort and compress their bodies, enabling them to escape through almost any gap. Nature is truly mind-blowing, isn't it? Every culture has its own depiction of what a world-ending apocalypse might look like. But who would have thought it could come from something as bizarre as a swarm of ducks? Uploaded on Reddit, this video showcases a truly strange phenomenon where hundreds of ducks are circling around a car. In the footage, you can see this fascinating duck swarm moving in perfect synchronization around a white vehicle parked on the road. While other cars are nearby, these ducks seem completely unfazed, fixated on their chosen target, as if it were the center of their universe. It almost looks like they're performing some sort of ritual or religious ceremony. It's a surreal sight, and with my knowledge of nature, I can't help but wonder if they see the white car as their leader duck or something, following it with unwavering dedication. Or maybe someone inside the car is tantalizing them with food. Either way, this quirky spectacle raises the question, what would happen if ducks really did take over the world? This next video hails from Russia, where a man claims to have captured what could be evidence of alien life on Earth. In the video he uploaded to YouTube, we see a peculiar black rock-like object lying on the ground. This strange formation has a burnt texture and an irregular shape, but that's not even the weirdest part. As the video progresses, a small white serpent-like creature suddenly emerges from this object, peeking out for a few seconds before retreating back inside. This creature has 2 tiny eyes and looks strikingly like a newborn. The whole scene raises eyebrows and sparks the imagination. Could this be an alien egg, with the creature just popping out of it? It certainly feels like solid proof of extraterrestrial presence on our planet. This bizarre encounter leaves us wondering, what else might be hiding in the unexplored corners of our world? If we spot something strange on the ground, we can go investigate it ourselves. But in the sky, that's a whole other territory we can only witness from down here, like in this video, for instance.
Ahí, sí, se ven. Al final. Estoy grabando uno. Hostia, qué puta pasada. ¿Qué coño es eso? Hermano.
What was that? This video was uploaded on YouTube, and the channel owner claims to have captured evidence of an unknown flying object. In the footage, you can see a stunning rainbow stretching across the sky. But that's not the main focus here. As the cameraman zooms in, a group of bizarre lights flickers in the background. These lights are zipping through the sky at lightning speed, and as they pass by the rainbow, they scatter in all directions, leaving viewers perplexed. The cameraman was initially just recording the beautiful rainbow, completely caught off guard by this unexpected spectacle. What could those lights be? There's a slight chance they might be drones, but who in their right mind would fly drones through those dark, rainy clouds? It's a mystery that leaves us questioning everything we think we know about what's up there. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. This next video gives us another glimpse into the unknown, this time with a whole new shape and size that's bound to catch your eye. This video was recorded by a driver on their usual commute to work, but what they caught on camera was far from ordinary. In the footage, you can see an upside-down triangle hovering eerily above a mountain. The object is gritty in texture and seems to just float there, casually lurking in the sky. Now, the video was shot from a distance, so we don't get a close-up view. But even from afar, you can tell this thing looks pretty solid, almost like it's some kind of spacecraft structure. If it's an unknown flying object, it's certainly up to something strange. Then again, who's to say it's not just a uniquely shaped air balloon floating by? Whatever it is, it sure looks peculiar from the driver's perspective. We've all had that unsettling feeling at night, like something or someone is watching us from the dark corners. Usually, we brush it off as just our imagination. But after seeing this next video, you might start to wonder if it's more than just your mind playing tricks on you.
Es que allá nosotros vemos algo. No sé si alcancen a ver, pero no hay algo. No nos queremos acercar, pero se ve muy negro. ¡No te pases!
This eerie footage comes from a group of friends playing a casual game of flip the bottle on the street at night. From the start, you can sense a nervous vibe among the girls as they laugh and play. Then, one of them spots something behind them that immediately heightens the tension. They keep playing, but it's clear whatever or whoever was behind them was enough to make them uneasy. Eventually, they pan the camera towards where they saw it, and that's when things get downright terrifying. There, in the darkness, stands a shadowy figure. It's humanoid, barely visible, just standing there, watching them. One of the girls notices it moving, and that's when they lose it. Screams fill the air as they run away in sheer panic. Honestly, it feels like something straight out of a horror movie. I can't help but wonder what that figure really was. But one thing's for sure, those girls won't be playing on the street at night again anytime soon. And after watching this, neither would I. There's no shortage of bizarre and unexplained things happening around the world, and this video is no exception. What even is that? This video surfaced online, showing what looks like a cotton-like creature sitting in a strange nest. The video opens with a close-up of this nest-like structure, which has walls made of cotton-like material. There's an opening at the top, and as the camera zooms in, something truly creepy happens. A creature starts to emerge. This thing looks like it's made of humanoid hair, and it doesn't have a shape or form we can easily identify. It's just this eerie, hairy mass peeking out from its nest. By the end, it fully comes out, and you can spot two small dots on what seems to be its head, probably its eyes. But honestly, this creature is so strange and surreal, it almost feels unreal. I don't know about you, but if I were the cameraman, I'd have set that thing on fire right then and there. We've got enough weirdness going on without adding this to the list. Sleep paralysis. A living nightmare for so many. It's already horrifying on its own, and science reassures us it's all in our heads. But what if it's not? This next video might make you question that. This video comes from someone who regularly suffers from sleep paralysis. After one particularly terrifying night, he discovered something eerie. Red handprints on his wall. As the video plays, you can see these handprints are upside down and scattered all over. They look human-like, but strangely, they're not in pairs. Just single random prints. And here's the creepiest part. When he lifts a poster on the wall, another handprint is revealed beneath it. The uploader believes these prints are linked to his sleep paralysis, as they only appeared after that night. It's weird because sleep paralysis is supposed to be a trick of the mind, but this makes it feel like something could be happening for real, right in your room, while you're unable to move. Nature always has a way of surprising us, and sometimes those surprises are just breathtaking, like these mesmerizing clouds that appeared over the Atacama Desert. Beautiful, right? This video was taken by a driver traveling through the Atacama Desert in Chile who couldn't help but capture the sky's unusual display. In the footage, you'll notice an incredible cloud formation that almost looks too perfect to be real. These clouds are long, almost symmetrical, and spaced out in an oddly organized way. As the camera pans, you can see that they stretch endlessly across the horizon. So what exactly are these? After a little research, I found out that these are called roll clouds. While they don't always look this striking, roll clouds are a fascinating meteorological phenomenon. They often signal the approach of bad weather, anything from strong winds to thunderstorms, or even tornadoes. Nature's way of giving us a heads up in the most beautiful way possible. Tornadoes are terrifying enough on their own, but nature seems to have taken things up a notch by introducing something even more menacing: fire tornadoes, and this video captured one in all its fiery glory.
Jesus amado.
This intense footage was recorded by a farmer who stumbled upon what can only be described as a scene straight out of a nightmare. In the video, you can see a massive swirling tower of fire reaching up to the sky, moving just like a regular tornado. But this isn't just any tornado. It's a fire tornado, or fire-nado. As it swirls, it leaves a trail of flames behind, looking like the apocalypse itself is unfolding. While regular tornadoes bring destruction with their powerful winds, this fiery version ups the ante with not just wind, but smoke, heat, and flames, all combining into one deadly force. These are known as fire whirls. Fire whirls form when a wildfire, or particularly intense firestorm, generates its own wind, creating large swirling vortices of fire. So now we've got wind, fire, and destruction. There are moments in life when we all find ourselves in awkward or sticky situations, but this poor guy's predicament might just take the cake. And unfortunately, no one seemed to be rushing to his rescue. Somebody help that poor guy. This video was recorded by a woman during a casual fishing trip when she noticed a hilariously bizarre situation unfolding on a bridge. In the video, you can see a man hanging off the side of the bridge. But that's not even the weirdest part. If you look closely, there's a giant fish clamped onto his. Well, his bum. Yep, you saw that right. This fish is seriously latched on, and this poor guy is left hanging there, quite literally, with the extra weight of the fish dragging him down. How did he end up in this mess? Maybe he slipped while fishing, and as he dangled there, the fish decided to take a bite out of him. Whatever the cause, someone really needs to help this guy out. He's in a pretty fishy situation. When it comes to playing tricks on the mind, magicians are absolute masters. I honestly don't know how they come up with such incredible and almost unbelievable illusions, just like this one. This creepy video was filmed by a tourist who thought they were witnessing the rise of some kind of abomination. In the clip, we see a table being pushed forward by what looks like a pair of human legs, with only a torso, no upper body attached. Meanwhile, what appears to be a robotic upper half, complete with a head, is holding on top of the table, guiding it. It's a truly bizarre sight, with the legs looking human, but the upper part looking fully robotic, made of steel. The crowd around the scene looks just as confused and freaked out as you'd expect. But after doing some digging, I found out that the real trick lies in the table itself. Apparently, it's hollow and specifically designed with multiple hidden compartments to accommodate the upper half of a performer who's actually moving the whole thing. The robotic's upper body, totally fake. Even though it's just an illusion. What is this thing? Honestly, I'm struggling to describe it. Every time I look at it, I see something different. Is this even real? Or are we falling victim to pareidolia, the brain's tricky way of seeing familiar patterns in random shapes? But when I zoom in further, it almost looks like a carcass, some dead animal lying belly up. What do you think? Today seems to be the day for strange creatures, And what this grandma has captured is truly unsettling.
Oh my goodness gracious, what the hell? Ain't nobody in the other room. Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Take a close look at this. What is that? Its face has oddly human-like features, but there's something off. It almost looks like a sea lion. But let's be real. What would a sea lion be doing in this grandma's room? What's even stranger is that she claims this isn't the first time this creature has appeared. Look at its face. It doesn't seem threatening at all. In fact, it almost has a curious, innocent expression, like it's trying to ask something. At first glance, you might think this is computer generated, but it looks way too real. Before we get to those horns, just focus on the eyes for a second. I've never seen eyes like that on a snake before. Pitch black, standing out against its pristine white skin. I've seen horned snakes before, but never anything like this. Most are tiny, barely noticeable, but these. They're at least a foot long, maybe more. It's like a crown of bone, giving the snake an almost ghostly, a worldly presence. The white skin, those piercing eyes, and those horns. This doesn't look like any snake we've seen in the wild. Could this be a rare species? A new mutation? Or are we witnessing something far more mysterious? Now, moving on to something bizarre and downright terrifying. For decades, people have been hunting for proof of Bigfoot. Sightings, blurry photos, shaky footage, yet no one has ever been able to conclusively prove its existence. The footage is clear, up close, and honestly, this might be the most detailed Bigfoot sighting we've ever seen. It has everything: the massive hairy figure, those long confident strides. Could this really be the conclusive proof we've been waiting for? I have to admit, I'm skeptical. After all these years of blurry footage and hearsay, now we suddenly get this perfect Hollywood-level shot of Bigfoot. As much as I want to believe, this seems almost too perfect to be real. What do you think? After heavy rains and floods swept through the area, these bizarre formations appeared. At first glance, it looks like the ground itself is coming alive, pushing these stones upward like some kind of geological phenomenon. You don't expect to see this in the aftermath of a flood. It's eerie, almost as if something underground is trying to surface. The unsettling thing about nature is how unpredictable it can be. One minute you're dealing with a flood, the next you're faced with something that feels like it belongs in a mystery novel. What do you think is happening here? Are we looking at a freak geological event, or is this something more mysterious? Ever had that feeling that something just isn't right, even when you're alone in your own home? I've got to say he's braver than most. I wouldn't dare go near that door without backup. But then, what is that? He's right to be startled. It's a hand. Twisted in an unnatural way, bent at the wrist like it's broken. The bathroom is completely empty. So what was that hand? And how did it disappear without a trace? The moment you think you're safe is the moment the unknown creeps in. And sometimes, it leaves you with nothing but unanswered questions. That house is haunted for sure. Get out of there, mate, like right now. What if you were cooking dinner, and your dead meat suddenly started moving like it was alive? This piece of meat or fish appears lifeless, yet it's twitching and writhing in the oven. What could possibly cause such a bizarre phenomenon? It almost looks like something out of a horror movie. One explanation suggests that because the meat is extremely fresh, the muscle cells are still somewhat active, reacting to salt or extreme heat. It's eerie, but science might have the answer. But are you convinced by that explanation? I'm not. Does anyone really know what's happening here? Fair warning, if you suffer from entomophobia, a fear of insects, you might want to look away. This next clip is the stuff of nightmares. This is from Argentina, and honestly, what you're seeing, I'm not sure how to describe it. These are mosquitoes, thousands of them. They've completely taken over. The ground is littered with their tiny bodies. But it's the ones still flying that'll make your skin crawl. There are so many, it feels like the air itself is buzzing with life. Seriously, how do you even begin to tackle this many mosquitoes? A bug zapper. You'd need one the size of a building, maybe some citronella candles. But at this point, you'd have better luck setting the entire neighborhood on fire. Thing to escape this relentless invasion. They're absolutely everywhere. What's scarier? The sight of mosquitoes blanketing every surface, or the thought of what they'll do once they land on you? Got any survival tips? Because personally, I'd be running for the hills. There's nothing quite like a peaceful day on the water, until you realize you're not alone. Our guy was out paddle boating, probably enjoying the calm, when nature threw him a curveball. And that curveball, a hammerhead shark. Just look at it, circling. Now this is the part where most of us would freeze. But not him. Armed with nothing but a paddle, he fights back. Twice. It's man versus shark. What would you do in his place? Panic, paddle faster. But not this guy. He stays calm and composed. You can tell he's scared. But fear isn't paralyzing him. Moments like this remind you how unpredictable the ocean can be. Is he brave, crazy, or just plain lucky? On any other day, that shark could easily gotten the better of him. What would you do if you looked up and saw something you just couldn't explain?
4. Launching, one after another.
1, 2, 3, 4.
If you look up, tell me if you see these.
And those are not jets. Those are not.
No, they're not. They're silent.
It starts with a couple of bright orbs, silently floating through the sky. No engine noise, no flashing lights. Just these glowing dots, slowly drifting away. And here's where it gets wild. There aren't just one or two, but more and more appear, and no one seems to know what they're looking at. The people recording are just as baffled as we are. Those aren't planes, that's for sure. These objects are moving in ways that don't match anything we've seen before. The excitement in their voices says it all. They know they're capturing something truly strange. So, what are these mysterious orbs? Alien spacecrafts? Drones? Something else entirely? Could this be the proof we've been waiting for? Or just another fleeting mystery that leaves us with more questions than answers? What if giants weren't just myths or legends? Filmed in São Tomé das Letras, the video shows a massive figure, towering over trees and rocks, casually strolling through the landscape. And the strangest part, the figure seems to be using a cell phone. Common sense might tell you this is a hoax. But reactions online have been wild. Some believe it's clever editing, while others think this could be proof of the legends. But here's the big question. If it's fake, why does it look so convincing? The sheer size of this figure is hard to ignore. So what do you think? A real-life giant walking among us, or a brilliantly staged illusion? Either way, it sparked curiosity, and we're left with another mystery to unravel. What if the next time you stumble across a strange hole in the ground, you find something like this staring back at you? This bizarre footage from Brazil has people asking, did they just capture an alien on film? Or could this be an octopus? Either way, it raises more questions than answers. How did a creature like this end up in a ditch, miles away from the ocean? Its bulbous head and tentacle-like appendages are unsettling, but it's those piercing eyes that send a shiver down your spine. Whatever this thing is, it doesn't seem to belong here. Could it be from the depths of the ocean, or something far more otherworldly? The most intriguing part for me is the ditch itself. It looks like it was deliberately dug with some kind of machine. But here's the fascinating part. Look at the spikes on its tentacles. Now, compare those to the abrasions in the dirt. Could this creature have dug the hole? Was it trying to escape from deep underground, or maybe trying to get in? What would you do if you looked up and saw this? A cloud formation straight out of a science fiction movie. This eerie sight appeared over California. The cloud looks almost unnatural, like something is about to break through the atmosphere. What is happening here? The formation is so unusual. Could this be a flying saucer, cloaked as a cloud? Or maybe it's an interdimensional portal, just like in the science fiction movies we've all seen. Whatever it is, it's fascinating to watch, I must admit. Maybe there's no need to blow things out of proportion. This could just be a strange, but completely natural weather phenomenon. This farmer has stumbled upon an incredible find, a giant salamander hiding in his crops. This massive, prehistoric-looking creature was burrowed beneath the soil. You don't see something like this every day, especially not in a field. Its size is jaw-dropping, but honestly, it's kind of funny to watch. The way it's wiggling around, it's almost like this giant salamander has the playful soul of a Labrador puppy. What's more nerve-wracking than feeding a lion? How about doing it with nothing but a flimsy-looking fence between you and the beast?
We'll move away. Come back this way, Tony. Okay.
Let's talk about that fence for a second. It doesn't exactly inspire confidence. It feels like if the lion really wanted to, it could tear right through it. The way the lion fixates on the man, combined with those deep groans, is unsettling. It's not often a lion ignores a fresh meal like that. Maybe it sees the man as the bigger prize. Either way, this is a dangerous situation with a predator whose attention is clearly focused elsewhere. If I were him, I definitely wouldn't be standing that close. The lion's gaze says it all. Ever seen waves so perfect? It feels almost unnatural. This beach is giving off some seriously eerie vibes with its parallel waves. The water looks almost too organized, like something is controlling it beneath the surface. Wave after wave rolls in, perfectly spaced, perfectly aligned. Nature's version of a conveyor belt. It's mesmerizing, but there's definitely something unsettling about it. You expect waves to be chaotic, wild, unpredictable. But here, it's as if the ocean itself is following some precise hidden rhythm. Why are the waves behaving like this? Maybe we're living in the Matrix. And this is just a glitch. Meet Bob the tailless crocodile. Yes, you heard that right. This alligator was born without a tail.
Poor Bob.
Born in 1997, at Alligator Adventure, Bob may be missing a tail, but she's got plenty of personality to make up for it. Well, it's not quite visible right now, since she's taking a nap. But trust me, most alligators rely on their tails for swimming and balance. But Bob, she's learned to adapt in her own unique way. It's not every day you come across an alligator with such a unique feature. Bob's become a bit of a celebrity at the park, and if you ever visit, don't forget to stop by and say hello to this one-of-a-kind alligator. Let's dive into some fascinating physics. So what happens when you pour liquid nitrogen onto something that's warmer? Something strange, almost supernatural. The extreme temperature difference causes the nitrogen to instantly boil, creating a cushion of gas beneath the droplets, making them levitate like they're floating above the surface. It's like watching white dementors glide across the surface, or ghostly figures dancing in water, mesmerizing and eerie, all at once. This same effect happens with water on a hot plate, but liquid nitrogen? It takes it to a whole new chilling level. You're about to witness one of the strangest creatures you've probably never heard of. The tortoise beetle larva.
There's insects in the rainforest. A tortoise beetle larva. Its hair is actually an accumulation of its own feces.
This tiny creature might look harmless, but it has one of the weirdest defense mechanisms in the insect world. You'll notice something unusual, what looks like debris or a shield on its back, but that's not just any shield. It's made from its own shed skin and feces. This bizarre shield helps protect the larva from predators, creating an unsettling disguise. It's one of nature's most unique survival tactics. Strange, gross, but fascinating all the same. Ever wonder how tumbleweeds spread their seeds? Well, you're about to see nature's version of a rolling delivery system. These tumbleweeds aren't just rolling along for fun. As they bounce and tumble across the ground, they're dispersing seeds, setting the stage for the next generation of tumbleweed. It's like watching hundreds of nature couriers on the movie. With every roll, they spread new life, covering more ground. Who knew something so simple could be so effective? Next time you see a tumbleweed, just remember, it's working hard to keep its species going. As we reach the end of our journey, let's stay true to the spirit of this channel and wrap up with some truly bizarre clips. Feast your eyes on this, a strange sea creature washed ashore lifeless. What on earth is it? I've never seen anything like this. Thank goodness it's dead. I wouldn't fancy meeting that thing alive. Just look at its massive size and its bizarre shape. It doesn't resemble any known fish, whale, or octopus. This brings to mind those classic tales of sea monsters. Perhaps something like what Jules Verne described in Journey to the Center of the Earth. Could those legends hold a grain of truth? We've barely explored 5% of our oceans. We can't dismiss the possibility of creatures unknown to science. After all, our planet is mostly water, with 95% still shrouded in mystery. There are undoubtedly countless wonders, and perhaps even terrors lurking in the depths of this strange little world we call home. Ever glanced at the sky and had that sinking feeling that doomsday might be upon us? Well, brace yourselves, because this video aims to give you a taste of just that. This unsettling footage comes all the way from Michigan and was captured by a family who were, let's just say, thoroughly freaked out. In the video they recorded, we can see multiple smoky trails streak across the sky, seemingly descending towards the ground. It's like something out of a movie. Fireballs raining down from the heavens. There are 5, maybe 6 of these trails, stretching from high above all the way down near the horizon. So what exactly caused this unsettling display? Online theories have been flying faster than those smoky trails. Some believe it could be debris from a destroyed aircraft. Others say parts of a rocket. And a few even went as far as suggesting alien activity. Now, let's get a little scientific here. While those theories are certainly out there, the most likely explanation is a meteor shower. Meteors, also known as shooting stars, heat up as they enter Earth's atmosphere, creating the glowing trails we see. Even though it's a natural phenomenon, there's no denying the eerie feeling this video evokes. This next video will have you locking your doors and checking the windows twice. A homeowner in his own neighborhood stumbled upon something straight out of a nightmare.
Dude, what the fuck is that? Dude, look through the night vision. Look on the screen. See, what is that? Hello? Hey, who is that?
This footage shows a homeowner venturing out to investigate strange screams echoing outside his house. As he cautiously prowls the neighborhood, his camera captures a mysterious figure lurking in the distance. Despite the homeowner's attempts to communicate, the figure remains silent, ominously darting across the street. Suddenly, the air is pierced by a blood-curdling scream.
It's tripping me out, dude.
Sending shivers down the homeowner's spine, who wastes no time in hightailing it out of there with his camera in tow. What's truly unnerving is that the entity captured on camera bears no resemblance to anything we've ever seen before. Its spectral appearance suggests something otherworldly, perhaps a ghost or a spirit. After witnessing this spine-chilling encounter, it's safe to say that investigating strange noises in the dead of night is off the table for me. Ever wondered what it'd be like to see a real-life flying person? Not the kind in cheesy superhero movies, mind you, but something a whole lot more unsettling.
Lindsay, come here.
This unsettling footage, captured in Maryhill, has gone viral, leaving both locals and internet users bewildered. In the clip, you'll see this figure up high, looking just like a person. It's got a shape that seems to have a head, arms, and legs, all covered in what looks like a big billowing cloak. And it's zipping through the sky at a pretty fast pace, leaving everyone scratching their heads. Now, if I had to take a guess, it could be some sort of fancy drone made to look like a person, maybe to freak people out or pull a prank. Or it might just be one of those huge kites that look like a person, but are really just made of paper. Either way, whether it's a drone or a kite, seeing something like that flying around would give anyone the creeps. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Forget everything you think you know about wolf sounds. This next clip will have you scratching your head and maybe wondering if it's a fox in disguise. That, my friends, is the surprising bark roar of a maned wolf. Filmed at a zoo in Brazil, this fascinating creature is a true oddity of the animal kingdom. Take a look. With its reddish fur and long legs, it almost seems like a fox on stilts crossed with a slender wolf. The resemblance to a fox is uncanny, but the maned wolf is actually a whole different species. But the real shocker comes from their vocalizations. Unlike their howling cousins, maned wolves unleash a unique roar bark, a deep, guttural sound that wouldn't be out of place in a monster movie. This powerful vocalization helps them communicate with potential mates across vast distances. Now, before you get any ideas about petting these intriguing animals, here's a word of caution. While not inherently aggressive, Maned wolves are wild creatures and will defend themselves if provoked. So admire from afar and appreciate their unique appearance and vocalizations. Old times, for some, they're a source of fascination, nostalgic even, but for others, they conjure up terrifying nightmares of the monstrous beasts that once roamed the earth. And just when I thought I could shake that fear, we get a video that suggests one of those ancient monsters might still be lurking, alive. This video was taken aboard a fishing ship, where the crew had gathered around what should have been a big catch. But this isn't just a big catch. It's a monster. In the clip, you can see them pulling up what looks like a colossal, eel-like sea creature, complete with razor-sharp predatory teeth that scream "stay away." The sheer size of this beast is mind-blowing. You can see it towering over the crew members standing next to it, making them look small in comparison. It's like something straight out of a nightmare, and people who've seen the video are already losing their minds, claiming it could be a sea serpent from a lost world. Of course, not everyone's buying into the monster hype. Some skeptics are calling it out as an AI-generated hoax, which, let's be real, could totally be the case in today's world of deepfakes. But regardless of what's real or fake, this video has cranked up my fear of the ocean by a factor of 100. Whatever that thing is, I'm staying as far away from the deep sea as possible. When it comes to the sea, I would say one of the most dangerous jobs, hands down, has to be fishing. And if you're doing it on a jangada, well, you're practically asking for trouble. This video proves just how quickly things can go wrong.
A gente já tirou, fizemos uma ruminha pra ali, e é isso aí, pessoal. Tá aqui, estamos descendo aqui a deriva, tem uns parceiros aí.
The footage you just watched comes from a group of fishermen out on a jangada boat off the northeast coast of Brazil. In the video, you can see their small boat almost submerged, with the crew desperately trying to keep themselves above water. But the real horror kicks in when the camera pans around, revealing a chilling sight. It's just all ocean. No other boats, no land, nothing but endless water. These guys are stranded, completely isolated in the middle of the sea, and the tension in the air is palpable. Imagine being in their shoes, surrounded by the vast emptiness of the ocean, knowing that one wrong move could spell disaster. It's the kind of situation that would make anyone's heart race. Thankfully, I think these fishermen managed to get help. After all, someone had to upload this video, right? Still, the whole thing is a terrifying reminder of just how dangerous the open sea can be. Imagine a massive rock, the size of a truck, hurtling straight toward you. What's your first move? Obviously, you jump out of the way, right? Well, not these hikers. They just stood there, watching, as if they were front row at a live-action thriller. That was way too close for comfort. This clip comes from a group of hikers who were out enjoying a nice hike, when suddenly they spotted a giant boulder breaking loose from the nearby mountain. And when I say giant, I mean huge. In the video, you can see this enormous rock plummeting down at breakneck speed, heading straight for them. But here's the crazy part. These guys just stand there, gawking at it like it's some new blockbuster movie. The rock was speeding towards them, and only when it got dangerously close did they realize they were in serious trouble. Panic set in, and they scrambled to get out of the way, narrowly dodging the boulder by the smallest of margins. Honestly, this might be one of the slowest reactions I've ever seen. Or maybe just the dumbest. Either way, I bet these hikers learned their lesson and won't be caught hesitating like that again. Camping in the forest sounds pretty cool and all, until your nature decides to wake you up in the most terrifying way possible. This clip was posted on Reddit and shows a camper who found themselves in a rather tense situation. The video starts with the camera peeking out of the tent, and what's right there, just inches away, is a massive bear casually strolling by, completely unaware it's being filmed. This bear isn't just big, it's enormous, like something straight out of a nature documentary, probably sniffing around for food. The moment the camera catches sight of this beast, you can practically feel its powerful, ferocious aura coming out of screen. The camper, understandably freaked out, slowly retreats back into the safety of their tent, and the video cuts off right there. Honestly, if I woke up to see a bear that close to my tent, my heart would have stopped on the spot. I mean, they could tear right through the tent. And after that, well, let's not even go there. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. There are countless unknown flying objects citing videos online, showing them in all sorts of shapes and sizes. But this particular one reveals a totally different side of these events.
What? If the vast amount of...
What was that? This video comes from an apartment owner who later uploaded it on Reddit, claiming to have captured an unknown flying object in action. In the footage, you can see 3 black sphere-like objects hovering in the sky. What makes this sighting stand out is how these objects form a perfect triangle. Now, before your mind jumps to the usual explanation, balloons, they're not. These spheres are rotating around each other in a strange, synchronized dance, completely unaffected by the wind, which would have easily moved balloons around. According to the person who filmed it, these objects weren't just flying weirdly. They were flickering in and out of visibility, almost like they were glitching in the sky, not reflecting sunlight like Mylar balloons would. It's eerie. Now, if you ask me, there's a slim chance these could be drones. But I've never seen drones pull off a stunt like this. What do you think? Are we looking at something out of this world, or is there a more grounded explanation? If you have thalassophobia, the fear of the sea, then this next clip is practically ripped straight from your worst nightmares. I mean, seriously, this is pure nightmare fuel. The video, originally from TikTok, shows a car driving along what seems like a perfectly normal, cozy highway, until things take a terrifying turn. As the car drives ahead, it becomes clear that the road is cutting right through a raging sea. The waves are violently crashing against the roadside barriers, and it feels like at any moment those waves could leap over, engulf the road, and sweep the cars away into the abyss. It's honestly spine-chilling just watching it. You can almost imagine one wrong move, and everything could be swept away in an instant. Now, here's the real question. Would you dare drive on this road for $1,000? As for me, nope, no way. Nature is a wild, complex web of connections, and this proves it. This clip comes from Shenyang, China, and it looks like these fish are throwing an underwater rave. In the video, you can see them leaping out of the water in a bizarre, synchronized dance. We're talking feet in the air, as if they're trying to escape the storm above. It's like a fisherman's dream come true. Fish practically jumping into your net. So, why is this happening? Well, it's all thanks to this massive rainstorm. Shenyang's biggest in 73 years. The rain is likely coming down with such vibration and frequency that it prompts these fish to jump. Why does that specific frequency trigger this reaction? Honestly, I have no idea. But it's interesting to note that this behavior also occurs when boats cruise through lakes or rivers filled with Asian carp, so there's something to it. Whatever the reason behind it, these fish sure seem like they're having a blast. For the Bigfoot enthusiasts out there, I recently managed to create a Bigfoot figurine that I absolutely love having as decoration in my living room, or gifting to some of my friends. If you would like to get one of these for yourself, check this link on the screen or from the video's description. There's a limited number of them. Have you heard about the so-called Mickey Mouse shark that a group of fishermen stumbled upon in Japan? What am I talking about? Well, you'll want to see this for yourself. This isn't some wild Disney spin-off. It's an actual catch by a fishing crew. In the video, you can see them reeling in a shark that looks like it swam straight out of a cartoon. Seriously, this shark has big ears that could rival Mickey Mouse's and a wide, cheeky grin on its face. Those googly eyes are also spot on. It's honestly quite strange, and it's said to be some kind of rare species recently discovered. But don't worry. This Mickey Mouse shark isn't hunting you down in the ocean. It's likely just a creation gone a little haywire. You can even spot the distorted expressions on the fishermen's faces as he tries to piece together the scene. For some, nighttime offers a peaceful escape from the exhaustion of the day, while for others, it brings an unsettling sense of dread, not just because of the darkness, but because of what might be lurking within it. This video offers a chilling glimpse into that eerie world. Captured by an unknown individual, this video surfaced online, showcasing something truly spine-tingling, a night crawler. In the footage, the cameraman appears to be wandering through a dense forest, searching for something, and then suddenly, he finds it. A figure emerges, peeking from behind a tree. This figure is utterly horrifying, possessing a humanoid shape, but the scariest part, it's staring directly into the camera, as if it had been waiting for the cameraman's arrival. This lurking cryptid is enough to send chills down your spine. But I can't help but wonder, what on earth was this man doing in such a creepy place in the first place? Our technology keeps advancing at a rapid pace, but I never thought it would be able to capture real-life ghosts like this. What you just saw comes from the Apple Vision Pro, showcasing what appears to be ghostly figures wandering around a kitchen. In the video, you can see a white outline of a ghost casually tiptoeing through the house. This specter has a humanoid shape and suddenly starts chasing the cameraman. But don't freak out. It's just a game simulation using the Apple Vision Pro. These ghosts are purely virtual. Let's be honest, seeing something follow you like that is pretty creepy to say the least. Just imagine if our mobile cameras could do this. We might catch glimpses of what other entities, or individuals, are living right beside us. They say if you have a strong enough bond with a loved one who has passed away, they can communicate with you from the afterlife. I didn't believe this until I stumbled upon this haunting video. Did you hear that? This video comes from a father whose daughter recently passed away, and it seems she's still trying to show her love. The footage is captured by a nanny cam, and as the father walks past his daughter's room, something incredible happens. As he passes, you can hear a faint sound saying, "I love you, Daddy." It's a high-pitched whisper that's almost imperceptible, yet it's undeniably there. When the father heard this sound in the recording afterward, he remarked that it definitely sounds like his daughter. It's truly shocking to see something like this captured on video. What are your thoughts on it? There's a long-standing debate about whether animals have feelings, and this video from a construction site might just shed some light on it. What you just saw was captured by a construction worker who encountered a rather unusual situation at work. In the video, as the conveyor belt machine is running, something unexpected pops out of its nozzle. A raccoon, but wait, it gets even better. Instead of just scurrying away, this clever raccoon jumps right back onto the conveyor belt and takes the whole ride again. And again. It looks like the raccoon is using it as a motorized slide, enjoying every moment of it. It's incredible to witness animals like raccoons finding joy and entertainment in their surroundings like this. What do you think? Do animals have feelings? This little guy certainly seems to be having a blast. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. When it comes to our planet, we have solid earth, water, and then there's sand. Each of these elements brings its own set of strange phenomena, and this video captures something particularly eerie happening in the sand. In this intriguing footage from a desert, a worker stumbles upon a bizarre phenomenon that's hard to ignore. As the camera rolls, we see the sand sinking into the ground, almost like a sinkhole is forming right before our eyes. It's mesmerizing and unsettling all at once. Curiously, the cameraman tosses a couple of bricks into this strange pit, and they disappear as if they were swallowed whole. It's a sight that left me scratching my head, so I decided to do a little digging. Turns out, there are a couple of reasonable explanations for this oddity. It could be the result of a pierced pipe beneath the sand, causing excessive air pressure, or maybe it's just a natural gas leak. But honestly, that still doesn't fully explain why it's gobbling up everything in sight. To me, it feels like a scene straight out of the movie Dune. There are bugs that can walk on the surface of water, but have you ever heard of horses that can do the same? Well, this cameraman managed to capture just that. Sort of. This fascinating video was shared on Reddit by a user who claimed to have caught sight of floating horses on a river. In the footage, we see two horses standing in the middle of the river, but here's the strange part. They appear to be standing on the water's surface, seemingly defying the laws of physics. Are these floating horses real? Well, not quite. As it turns out, this video is a clever optical illusion created by the cameraman. He himself is floating down the river on something, and as he passes by these horses, they appear to be standing in shallow water. The footage was then stabilized to keep the focus on the horses, enhancing the illusion that they're floating. It's a stunning visual trick that's both shocking and awesome to witness. We've all witnessed some pretty unfortunate situations in our lives, but none can compare to this poor car owner who parked his vehicle only to have luck decide it was time for a reverse car wash. In this wild video, we see how even a seemingly safe parking spot can turn into a nightmare. The scene unfolds in a bustling parking lot where multiple cars are parked peacefully, until one unlucky vehicle becomes the target of a torrent of muddy water pouring down from a broken pipe. It's like a waterfall of filth crashing down. This mess happened because someone accidentally struck a water pipe, causing it to burst wide open, and now another car owner is left to deal with the fallout. Honestly, after seeing this, I think I'll double check my parking spot from now on. Who knew a day out could turn into a watery disaster? Growing up, the character of Tarzan really fascinated us, especially his incredible ability to communicate with animals. This next video showcases a real-life Tarzan who seems to master that skill perfectly.
I just saw one.
Amazing, right? This video features a hunter proudly displaying his rather unusual talent. We see him sitting comfortably in his seat, hands cupped around his mouth, and then he emits a remarkably loud sound that mimics a coyote's call. To our astonishment, the coyotes respond. We can hear their howls echoing back from all around the forest, creating a captivating symphony of wildlife. It almost feels like a scene straight out of a Tarzan movie. Now, I can't help but wonder, what would happen if he tried calling tigers? The sea is truly terrifying, with its vastness and the sheer force of its waves. This video captures the horror of the ocean, taking our fear to a whole new level. What we're looking at here are clips from the Northern Sea, the very place sailors dread the most. In the first clip, we witness a ship being tossed around, practically standing on its end, as a massive wave engulfs it. It's as if the ocean is toying with this colossal vessel, reminding us just how small we really are in its presence. Then, we move to another ship that seems to dance up and down on the towering waves, desperately trying to maintain its balance. The tension is palpable as it crashes back into the water with a bone-rattling splash. And just when you think it can't get worse, we see yet another monstrous wave looming over a ship, making navigation nearly impossible. These waves are over 50 feet high. Truly a sailor's worst nightmare. Hats off to the builders of these ships. It's a testament to human engineering that they managed to stay upright in such chaotic waters. Always lock your car doors. I'm not just talking about carjackers. There are some wild beasts in nature that have evolved to get inside.
If it was unlocked, he would. Look, he's pulling. Oh my God. Caleb! Caleb, he's in their car! Oh, he's trapped! He's trapped in their car!
This incredible video was recorded by a driver and later uploaded online. In the footage, we see a curious black bear sauntering toward a parked car. As it approaches the front door, the bear surprisingly stands up on its hind legs and casually opens the door. Yep, it was unlocked. The bear then slips inside, and the door swings shut behind it, trapping the furry intruder. It's likely the bear was just on the hunt for a snack, but now it's locked inside the vehicle. Imagine the owner's reaction when they return to find this ferocious and unexpected surprise waiting for them. So please, take my advice and lock your doors. Wild animals are more cunning than you think. A hiker in Oklahoma was out for a casual hike, enjoying the sights, when something in the distance caught his eye. At first, he thought it was just a bear, but as he looked closer, his heart skipped a beat. What he saw wasn't a bear at all. It was something far more unexpected.
This was posted by eman580 on TikTok on October 1st, stating, "Scariest moment of my life."
This video you just watched was recorded by that hiker who stumbled upon a strange Bigfoot-like creature chilling under a tree. In the footage, you can see this large ape-like figure with brownish fur, just lounging under the shade. But here's where it gets weird. The size of this thing is enormous. Yet when you get a glimpse of its face, well, it's not exactly what you'd expect. Its face looks oddly humanoid, almost too human for comfort. And its hands, massive human-like hands, make it all the more unsettling. Now, the hiker, and a good portion of the internet, believe this could be a sighting of the infamous Oklahoma Bigfoot. But personally, I'm a bit skeptical. This could very well be someone in a really convincing Bigfoot suit. But even if it is a suit, you've got to admit, whoever made it did a fantastic job because that thing looks eerily real. When we think of river monsters, one of the most famous is the Loch Ness Monster, no doubt. But let's be real, Nessie's existence is still unproven. However, there's another river monster that's very much real, and it's been lurking in our waters for millions of years. Meet the sturgeon. This footage was captured by a group of fishermen who spotted what looked like a massive dragon-like creature swimming beneath their boat. In the clip, you can see the fish's back breaking the surface of the water, covered in thick scale-like ridges, almost identical to the spiny back of a mythical dragon. And let's not forget, the thing is huge. The sheer size and the way it majestically glides through the water is nothing short of mesmerizing. Honestly, it feels like watching some ancient river monster in action. Because technically it is. Sturgeons are a species of fish that have been around for a mind-blowing 175 to 200 million years. They're often called living fossils, and this video is a rare sighting of one surfacing like this. I've got to say, if I ever saw one of these beasts swimming toward me, I'd swear I just encountered a real-life river monster, no doubt about it. Imagine your house is so flooded that you need a boat just to get around. What would you do? Probably call for help, right? Well, how about going on TikTok, just like this man from Tampa did?
Nastiness, that's good. Florida things. Florida man doing Florida things.
This video is a live stream from a Florida resident whose house was completely overtaken by floodwaters. In the video, you can see the inside of his home, submerged under what looks like 4 to 5 feet of water. Instead of panicking, the homeowner is chilling in a plastic raft, casually explaining the situation to his viewers. At one point, he points out some bubbling in the water, which he explains is coming from the foundation. Despite the grim reality, he remains calm as he continues to stream, even showing us outside his window, where the floodwaters are just as high. It's an intense situation, and I really hope this guy got help from the authorities, because as chill as he seems, a situation like this could spiral out of control in the blink of an eye and cause massive destruction. In the wild, one of the most fearsome creatures you can encounter is a black mama bear protecting her cubs. You definitely don't want to get too close. But when it comes to Russia, it seems their relationship with these wild animals is on a whole other level. This video was recorded by a Russian hiker who stumbled upon a bear family. A mama bear and her 2 cubs. As the video starts, you can see the mama bear running while her cubs playfully chase after her. The thing is, they're heading straight toward the hiker. The mama bear charges right at him, and for a split second it looks like she's about to attack. But in a surprising twist, she veers off at the last moment, completely ignoring the hiker and continuing her playful antics with her cubs. This playful back and forth goes on for a good 30 seconds, but then, out of nowhere, the mama bear seems to notice the hiker for real this time and charges at him again. She jumps on top of him, knocking him to the ground. And just when you think it's over, something strange happens. Instead of attacking, the mama bear starts playing with him too. It's pretty bizarre to see a wild mama bear being so friendly, especially with her cubs nearby. Maybe things work a little differently in Russia when it comes to befriending the wild. We've all heard the saying, abandoning a sinking ship. But have you ever seen it happen in the blink of an eye? Well, this video is exactly that.
Hey! 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 Oh my God!
That was a close call. The clip you just watched comes from a family out on a peaceful fishing trip, which quickly turned into a life-or-death situation. In the video, you can see them fishing calmly when they suddenly notice something in the distance. A massive ship barreling straight toward them. Panic sets in as they frantically try to shout and signal the ship to change course. But it was already too late. Realizing disaster was just moments away, they made the quick decision to abandon their boat. And just in time, seconds later, the massive ship crashes into their boat, splitting it clean in half, and the video cuts off there. It was a fast and smart move to jump, because with such a huge ship, there's no way it could have steered away in time with that small distance between them. Thankfully, they all made it out alive. While scrolling through the internet, I stumbled upon a horrifying video that made me rethink ever trusting stray animal sounds at night. Because you never know. It might be something far more terrifying waiting for you. This eerie footage comes from Indonesia, where a family was absolutely traumatized by whatever was trying to get into their yard through the fence. In the video, you can see a bizarre, creepy humanoid figure attempting to squeeze through the bars of the fence, all while emitting strange, unsettling cat-like noises. But here's the disturbing part. The figure has a human-like face that looks half-burned, with completely white, soulless eyes. Its sharp teeth glint in the dim light, and its body is covered in what seems to be cat-like fur. The way this creature lets out those eerie, cat-like sounds makes the whole scene even more unsettling. What in the world is that thing? Could it be a skinwalker trying to mimic a cat to get close? Or is it something even more terrifying and dangerous? Whatever it is, this video left me with chills. Floods are already uncontrollable forces of destruction, but one of the most unsettling, and frankly, disturbing, things they bring with them is the eerie sight of coffins rising from the ground. The video you just watched shows a massive flood tearing through a road, but there's something especially chilling being carried along by the water. As the cameraman zooms in, you're met with a horrifying sight. A coffin floating amidst the rushing floodwaters. The water, moving at a terrifying speed, sweeps the coffin along to who knows where. It's an unsettling image and a grim reminder of the devastation floods can cause. Not only do they destroy the land, but they can also easily dislodge coffins from the ground, sending them drifting away like this. Now, imagine waking up the next morning and finding that coffin in your backyard. What on earth would you even do? April 26, 1986, stands as a haunting reminder of the catastrophic nuclear accident in history. The Chernobyl disaster not only wreaked havoc at the time, but left behind nuclear radiation that still lingers today. But in a shocking twist, scientists have discovered something completely unexpected that may be a solution for all of this. These photos are from the Chernobyl disaster site, showing a strange black fungus growing in one of the most radioactive environments on Earth. While examining the reactor's remains, scientists stumbled upon this mysterious fungus, later identified as cladosporium, clinging to the walls of the reactor. What makes this discovery mind-blowing is that this fungus doesn't just survive in the radiation, on it using the radiation as a source of energy. In the photos, you can even see how the fungus transforms into different colored mushrooms, sprouting from the radioactive ground and walls like something straight out of a science fiction movie. This discovery is groundbreaking because it offers a glimpse of hope in our battle against nuclear radiation. Who knows, this black fungus could be a game changer in cleaning up radiation that we're dealing with now, and will face in the future. I never trust the night. It's the time when everyone's asleep and only the strange and unsettling are awake. This next video is terrifying living proof of just that. What was she doing there? This eerie footage comes from a homeowner who, after waking up for a late night drink, spotted a bizarre figure standing in their backyard. In the video, you can see this creepy lady standing completely still, draped in a white cape, staring directly at the house. She doesn't speak or move much, just sways in this unsettling, unnatural way. Her pale face only adds to the ghostly, spine-chilling vibes. Understandably freaked out, the homeowner called the police, but by the time they arrived, the strange woman had vanished. Who was she, and what were her intentions? It's a good thing the homeowner didn't go outside to investigate, because who knows what could have happened if they had. It's moments like this that remind you, sometimes it's better to stay inside and let the weirdness of the night pass you by. Our minds are funny, always trying to find faces in strange places like clouds or ocean waves. But this video from Oklahoma, well, this one's as clear as day.
7 Skychopper News here, looking at the widespread destruction in the aftermath of the tornado that hit Sunny Hills Trailer Park today.
This next video comes from Oklahoma City, where a devastating tornado ripped through a town, leaving behind a trail of destruction. As a news helicopter flew over the wreckage, it captured something really bizarre amidst the chaos. In the footage, you can see debris scattered everywhere, with trees twisted and uprooted. But if you look closely, something strange stands out. Those trees seem to form the unmistakable image of a face, and not just any face. It looks eerily like the face of Jesus. Naturally, this left people in shock. Some are calling it a sign of the end times, while others think it's just a wild coincidence. Either way, it's pretty mind-blowing how the storm left behind something that looks so divine. Whatever the case may be, it seems this tornado stirred up more than just wind and destruction. Rain is something we experience all the time, but have you ever stopped to wonder what it looks like from the outside? Well, this next video will show you exactly that. That looked absolutely incredible. This video comes from a beachgoer who captured a truly rare and mesmerizing natural phenomenon at the beach. As the camera pans up to the sky, we witness what looks like a massive waterfall cascading straight from the clouds. A steady stream of water pours down in a centralized spot, right into the ocean. As it hits the sea, it creates a misty fog, blending the sky and water in a surreal scene before the video cuts off. Curious about this waterfall from the sky, I did a little digging and found that it could be a localized cloudburst, a rapid, intense downpour over a small area. If you were standing under it, it might feel like a torrential rainstorm. Nature sure knows how to put on a show sometimes. A woman was home alone one night, relaxing, when she suddenly heard strange noises coming from her upstairs bathroom. Curious but cautious, she decided to check it out, and what she found gave her the shock of her life. What was that? This video comes from a homeowner who experienced a downright terrifying scene in her bathroom. In the footage, you can see her showing the bathtub, where eerie banging sounds are coming from the drain. As she gets closer to investigate, the drain cover suddenly gets pushed aside by a long, wire-like object emerging from it. This thing starts spinning around wildly, knocking things over, and moving in an unsettling, chaotic way. At this point, the woman had seen enough. She bolts out of the bathroom and slams the door behind her. But seriously, what just happened? I mean, strange noises are one thing, but what was that bizarre wire-like creature crawling out of the drain? After seeing this, I'm not sure I'd be able to shower in peace again. We all have our own spaces. Humans have their towns and cities, and nature has its own habitats. But then there are people like this guy who just can't seem to respect those boundaries.
Alright, I'm filming. That's a good throw. Oh!
This video comes from a pair of friends out on a hiking adventure. But what they got in return was some instant karma. In the clip, you can hear one friend behind the camera while the other decides it would be hilarious to throw rocks at a hornet hive. They're both laughing and joking about it, until the consequences hit hard.
That's a good throw. Oh!
The friend in front of the camera tosses the first rock, which misses, but the second one hits dead on, knocking the hive into the water. What happens next is exactly what you'd expect.
Second.
Within seconds, we hear panicked screams from the guy who threw the rock as he bolts from the scene. The cameraman quickly realizes he's in trouble too, and soon both are screaming as the hornets seek revenge. And that's where the video cuts off. Honestly, messing with a hornet hive, bad idea. Those hornets got angry, and these guys got exactly the karma they were asking for. This next video was uploaded on Instagram with the caption, "Headache Cursed Desert." And trust me, it's as disturbing as the name suggests. Creepy, right? The video you just watched shows a bizarre, alien-like creature crawling into a shell to sleep. It has a humanoid body shape, but its features are where things get really unsettling. Instead of a head, it has a shell with strange appendages poking out, and its feet look like something you'd see on fish. To make it even weirder, there's some black hair-like stuff sprouting around the upper part of its alien-like body. The entire footage feels like it's been pulled straight out of a nightmare. But don't let your imagination run too wild. It's most likely an artificial generated creature, crafted from some creative prompts. Still, it's crazy and kinda terrifying. Imagine a futuristic cyber city where holograms light up the sky. Well, thanks to our surprisingly advanced drone technology, that future is now within reach. This next video, uploaded on TikTok, comes straight from China, and it's truly mind-blowing. In the video, we see hundreds of glowing lights in the sky, all moving in perfect synchronization. But here's the catch. Each light is actually a drone. These drones work together in spectacular harmony, forming mesmerizing visuals like creatures, spaceships, cities, and even text. It's like watching a futuristic light show come to life. Controlled by a ground unit, these drones create stunning shapes that seem almost unreal. Technology has come so far that we're on the verge of seeing actual holograms in the sky. Nature is strange. Just when you think you know it well, it proves you wrong. This next video showcases how nature can work in unexpected and unpredictable ways. In this video, a lady is out in a park when she spots a bizarre opening in a tree trunk. As she films, we see a cluster of mushrooms growing around the opening. But things take a wild turn when she inserts her camera into the opening, revealing a mini world of these tiny mushrooms thriving inside the tree. These mushrooms seem to be parasitizing the tree from within. It's incredible to witness how nature creates its own habitats in such surprising ways. Brands go to great lengths to maintain their reputation, sometimes even making claims they don't quite live up to. But Krispy Kreme is taking its claims to a whole new level.
Be friendly, mi gente, miren la abeja. No lo puedo creer, no lo puedo creer.
This video, sourced from Reddit, captures a store that has taken the label a bit too literally. We see the cameraman walking into the shop, panning the camera towards a sign that reads, "Bee Friendly Products." However, as he zooms in on the display rack, it's filled with donuts and hundreds of bees. Yes, you saw that right. The sign literally promotes bee friendly. And the entire display is swarming with these bees buzzing around casually. Surprisingly, the workers seem unfazed, just going about their tasks without a care. It's pretty ironic. However, I've heard that bees are quite hygienic creatures and don't leave toxins behind. So, as long as there aren't any dead bees among those donuts, they might just be okay. You might have seen overloaded boats before, but have you ever witnessed overloading? This video will show you exactly that. This footage comes from a village where a transport boat is packed to its absolute limit with people. It's astonishing to see hundreds of individuals crammed onto this slender, elongated vessel. It's so crowded that they can't even sit down. Despite being at full capacity, the boat continues to take on more passengers. As it begins to pull away from the dock, everyone manages to maintain their balance on this overloaded boat. However, as it returns, the weight shifts to one side, causing an imbalance. Panic ensues, and people start jumping off, which only exacerbates the instability. In a dramatic turn of events, the boat capsizes, throwing everyone into the water. This was an accident waiting to happen. When you push something beyond its maximum limit, disaster is inevitable. Plus, the design of these boats isn't even safe to begin with. I don't know if you've ever needed this, but there's a video guide available on the internet that shows how to eat breakfast in space. Here it is. You might find it useful at some point. This video comes from a space station, where an astronaut is giving us a tutorial on how to eat in zero gravity. In the footage, we see a piece of toasted bread and some kind of syrup floating in the air. The astronaut swoops in, grabbing both items, then opens the lid of the syrup. After opening the cap, he positions the toast upside down above the syrup bottle and gently presses it. The syrup flies out and sticks to the toast, creating a sort of bubbly puddle on top without spreading. Next, he folds the toast and starts to eat it like that. It looks pretty tricky. Just trying to eat something as simple as bread with syrup in zero gravity seems challenging. If that's how they handle breakfast up there, I can only imagine how they manage to poop. There's a theory that our ocean and sea surfaces are just portals to the aquatic world. It might sound a bit odd until you watch this video of a diver. Incredible, right? This footage comes from a diver who was out in the water performing some amazing stunts. In the video, we see him casually walking along what looks like the seabed. However, as he reaches the edge, he does something truly bizarre. He jumps off and appears to go out of the water, ending up upside down. This is pretty strange. The reality is that the diver was actually walking upside down in an underwater cave. When he jumped off the cave roof, he broke the surface of the water, creating the illusion that he was upside down. It really feels like he's in another dimension. Very strange indeed. This video takes place in New Mexico, and it might make you a bit nervous about taking a nighttime drive on a country road. The footage was captured with a dash camera, showing the view of the road. As the vehicle continues on its way, something catches our attention on the roadside. At first, it seems like it might be just a white bag or something similar lying there. But as the vehicle gets closer, we can make out the head of this eerie creature. It's quite ghostly and appears to have a humanoid head hunched over on the side of the road. Its texture and color are white. What's really strange is that this creature doesn't seem to have any legs or a normal body. It's more like a lower snake-like part. Whatever it is, encountering something like this on a nighttime drive is definitely something most people would want to avoid. For more captivating content like this, click here. Thank you for tuning in.